Data deep dive. Was Toto Wolff right? Could Hamilton have won in Hungary without his DRS problem?
It wasn't just Max Verstappen who pulled off a shock recovery in
Hungary. Lewis Hamilton finished second behind the championship leader at the Hungaroring, having qualified seventh. Here's how the Mercedes driver pulled it off, and how he might have won his first race of 2022. Power rankings. Who bossed it in Budapest at the Hungarian Grand Prix? DRS woes. A DRS issue cost Hamilton in qualifying and saw him start Sunday's Grand Prix in 7th place, while teammate George Russell qualified on pole position for the first time in his Formula One career. The graph below shows how closely matched the Mercedes pair were in their first runs of Q3, which saw Russell go a provisional second and Hamilton a provisional fourth. The two then split by 0.174s. Hamilton was then hit by the DRS problem, hampering the seven-time champion's final Q3 run. Below, it's clear that Hamilton lost out on the straights, possibly by up to 20 km/h. He eventually backed out of his lap and settled for 7th on the grid, 0.765s off Russell's improved lap for pole position. How did Hamilton beat Russell to second? The below chart compares Russell and Hamilton's race pace, correcting for fuel, and displays their differing strategies, Hamilton having ended the race on softs, Russell having begun on softs. In the initial laps, Hamilton was stuck behind Lando Norris, but, once Norris pitted on lap 11, Hamilton began to match his soft-shod teammate, Russell's tyres beginning to wear, on pace. In the second stint, Hamilton began to outpace Russell, especially as Russell lost time battling with Charles Leclerc until lap 31. Russell's pace increased as Leclerc pulled away, but Hamilton was still slightly quicker. Hamilton extended his second stint while Russell had to stop to try and block Verstappen's undercut. Hamilton therefore managed to swap for softs for his final stint and lap over 1 second faster than his teammate, allowing him to catch both Russell and Carlos Sainz by the end. Hamilton's crucial second stint. The second stint, where Russell and Verstappen opened the window having pitted from softs to mediums on lap 16, proved to be crucial not just for Verstappen, but Hamilton too. The Pirelli pit stop summary, below, shows how the race panned out. Initially, all the top 6 drivers were lapping within 0.5s of each other, and when Leclerc and Russell lost lap time battling from around lap 26 to lap 31, Hamilton became the fastest driver on track, as shown by the race pace chart below. Perez was in the mix until lap 37, when his tires began to drop off and his pace sharply dropped away. Sainz managed to extend his stint until pitting for softs on lap 47, Hamilton extending until lap 51. Crucially, Hamilton was now able to push on the soft tires throughout his final stint while other drivers had to manage their tires, and the Mercedes driver was able to make it to P2.